flower on her hand. Pretty. Come with me, child, she said. We have a long journey ahead of us. Gaby cocked her head. Where are we going? Away from here. A cape with a hood hid her face, but she sounded kind, and Gaby thought maybe this woman would buy her that Fat Boy ice cream bar. Okay. She looked up into the high shadows between train cars. Is he coming too? The old woman followed her gaze. Is who coming, child? That boy, Gaby pointed. The one with a wooden face. Ah, you see a boy. With a wooden face. Gaby lowered her arm. He's gone now. He put his name in my head. He said he was called Billy, and he smiled at me. He's not a ghost. Do you know him? The woman shook her head inside the hood of her cape. When she spoke, however, her words weren't for Gaby, but for Gaby's mother, still standing on the platform. I think more things than we might wish will travel with us to our destination. We can only hope that the evil foreshadowed by Mama Madeline will steer itself onto a different path. We can hope. Tears streamed from her mother's eyes. But I've never known Mama Madeline to be wrong. Not ever. She might have added something to that, but a brilliant streak of lightning forked through the blackened sky. Shaking her head instead, she moved back and disappeared into the night. Chapter 2. New Orleans, present day. It might sound cliché, Cher, but you've come a very long way in a very short time. Mitchell Stone watched without comment as a woman, somewhere in that shady region between 45 and 60, drifted across the floor of the small Delta Blues Club he'd purchased last week. She ran a finger over the dusty, papered wall. It's gaudy and seedy and probably infested. Your grandfather'd claw his way out of the grave if he hadn't gone there in a pile of ashes. Why did you buy it? Mitchell raised a big-ass mug of beer to his mouth. Mostly to piss him off, I imagine, but I'm told the place has potential. An amused brow went up. You see potential in moldering walls and a crumbling foundation? I see a good location. It's close enough to the French Quarter to pull in a slightly offbeat crowd, not close enough to become a haunt for tourists. And speaking of haunts, I've been informed there are 2 ghosts with attitudes in residence. Could be that's true. I've lost an 8x12 wall mirror and 24 glasses so far. He drank down a long mouthful of beer before asking, What's the problem this time, Flora? Or do you go by Phoebe these days? Sliding onto a velvet chair across the table from where he sat, she unbuttoned her silk coat and smiled in that demure way of hers. I've been using Phoebe lately. She considered him. You sound bitter, Mitchell. It's not like you. Wasn't, he agreed, back when I was living my own life. You were an excellent cop. What can I say? I like blood, guts, and the occasional fist in my face. It's a spectacular face. Why would you want to mess it up? Because I don't want to go into an incinerator looking as slick and polished as my bastard grandfather. The redoubtable Henry Jensen, Stone. She reached for Mitchell's beer, drank with gusto. I saw him once. Never met him, of course. Your father knew better than to introduce a man like him to a woman of my dubious charms. She paused for a meaningful beat. You're very rich these days, Cher. I was rich before these days. Old Henry Jensen and his daddy saw to that. He should have left his business holdings to your father. Mitchell grinned. If he'd done that, no one in our family would be rich. Not for long, anyway. Now tell me what you want that you think I can get, before boredom overwhelms me, and I decide to kick that moron who thinks my slot machines are fronts for punching bags out on his ass. I need a favor. Figured that when you sash...